I had a plane voucher left over from COVID and a crazy idea. I mentioned it to Jeff and he said, let's go do it. So here we are out in Death Valley. So Jeff is going to be on my crew for Badwater 135, and he and I both crewed Susie the last couple years that she was out there, so Jeff's pretty familiar with the race. So our goals for going out and doing this little mini training camp were to experience some of the heat of Death Valley, just get a better feel for running on parts of the course that I haven't run on before, and then just gain some confidence. Really, that was most of it. I just wanted to feel like I was on the where I needed to be for the race. We're out doing a training run from Badwater Basin, and I was really concerned because the temperature forecast was not that hot and I really wanted to get out in some heat. But Jeff just told me it's 110 right now and I feel super comfortable, so awesome day. Lucky for us, once we got out there, the temperatures did rise down in the basin, so I stayed pretty steady in the 110 to 114 degree range, and then for a brief period it did get up to 119, 121. So I did get to experience a fair amount of heat out there, and I really felt more comfortable than I thought I would. So I think, anyway, big lessons: manage heat, get water in, get electrolytes, get nutrition, take it slow, more walk breaks to allow myself to actually get that stuff accomplished, and then that way when I get to Furnace Creek, hopefully I'm still feeling fresh for the stretch to Stovepipe Wells.
This is day 220, number 2.
The section from Stovepipe Wells to Panamint, we didn't run that whole section. We went up the incline a little bit and started from there. Again, it's a steady climb the whole time, but lots of times you really looks ahead of you like you're going flat, and then after you run or so you look down and it's just been a huge change in elevation. So it's just these steady long climbs, and then occasionally it'll kind of seem like you're coming up over a ridge and starting to go down. You're not going down, you're just going less up. So it's just very visually confusing to realize how much up is involved. And then by the time I get to Towns Pass, it'll be pretty hot. Then you've got a long descent. It is hard to control your pace. So big lessons from day 2. That climb from Stovepipe Wells to Towns Pass is all uphill. So take it easy. Probably just walk on race day. Still manage hydration, calories, make sure I'm getting that stuff in. I can keep my heart rate pretty well controlled on that climb. When I get to Towns Pass, important to tighten up my shoes. That descent, I was just slamming my feet into the front of my shoe. Halfway down, I tightened up my shoes way better. So I'll make sure my shoes are nice and snug for that descent. So control the descent, still take some walk breaks, make sure that I save my quads so they are still going to be fresh when it comes to climbing up out of Panamint Valley. Day 3, we took a little adventure. We need to get back towards Vegas for our flight out in the morning, so we went to Lake Mead National Park and ran through Lake Mead National Park into the Hoover Dam, which was a place that neither Jeff nor I had ever been, so it was a cool little adventure. Warm, but not really hot, still a lot of sun, and then I had the wind in my face the whole time, which I realized then the wind had been in my back the whole time in Death Valley. But it's very common to have just a strong headwind out there. So fighting that wind all day, I think, was helpful in preparation for going out to the desert as well. I think it was a super helpful training camp that we did out there. I'm really glad I went out. So I'm really excited to get out to the race. We've got 1 month now, just another week and a half really of hard training, and then I start to taper. Still gonna hit the sauna really hard. And yeah, and then we just see what happens during the race.